Hello everybody. I would like to talk today and present you a new tutorial. And this tutorial is dedicated to the treemap, which is a new feature we have been releasing. As you know, going into the analytical part of your piloting, you usually click on the new bookings and you are able to analyze your data using the curve because we like the graphic. We still believe that it's very easy to use to pilot the activity. And you can manipulate the various dimensions by fleets, geography, eventually brand, the sales part with the customer either by segment or by company, and the date range. But it's not easy to mix those data together. If you want to cross those data, you can use the reporting tab, the reporting menu, and you will still find the same filters on the top: cars, fleet, brand, and the sales. And you can group those data together. If I want to check the performance of my brokers by company, I can have a look for the upcoming 6 months, what is currently the performance. But you need again to manipulate all those data. So we released a new feature that you will find under your booking that is called the treemap. What is the treemap? The treemap is a method for displaying hierarchical data using nested figures. It's like, imagine it's like a tree with a lot of branches, okay? Each tree is given a rectangle. In the apps, we have 5 different branches. We have the fleet part, the geography, the sales with the segment, the duration, and the time. The 3 main elements you need to understand reading this data, reading this treemap is each branch, so it's represented by this gray square, represent 100% of the total. The total of what? The total of days which are on the books. Each square inside this big rectangle gives you the hierarchy of every single component of that branch. For example, in the part of the segment, I see the broker, the corporate, the assistants, and all the other segments. I have detail for that particular branch. And the third element, which is important, is the color. To make it simple, whenever you see some red, it means that you are late. When you see some green, you are in advance. And the brighter those 2 colors are, the more in advance or late you are. In the example, for the duration 30 days, we are very in advance. It's very bright green, while the tour operators is very bright red, and therefore it's extremely late versus last year. Clear for you? So now, when I look at my upcoming 6 months, it's exactly what I have on the time frame above. Okay? I have 59,624 days on the book, which represent minus 44% versus last year. I am currently holding 18% utilization, minus 5 points. And all this volume represent 52 euros RPD, plus 53% versus last year. Let's look in detail of the month of August, which is pretty good. Is it already 13% of the total and is in advance by 72%. I simply click on the month of August, and the good thing is that all the other branches will update its own elements, focusing only on the month I have selected. So the date branch is now displaying only the dates of the month of August, and all the others are displaying the data for that month. Example, the brokers are still in advance because they are green. However, we can see that the individuals and the assistants are much more in advance by plus 125%, even though they represent only 20% of the total of this box. My brokers represent 46%. But again, we would like to know who are the brokers behind. Simply click on that square and we display the component of this new element. And we can see that it is very in advance on rental cars and car rental. And I have this one, which is car trawler, which is highly red. Therefore, it's late by 87%. On the tool type, you have the elements on the days, okay? And we also display the other computation, which is the utilization and the RPD. But as you know, for the companies and all the sales element, as we do not assign a car for each of them, therefore it's non-applicable. While for the other, we can see that for the car types, for example, we may have some utilization. Maybe in this example, I don't have enough fleet to show you. Now, if I click on the utilization, it's also computed. And for the revenue per day, I will have this data. Another element I would like to focus on is whenever we have some very light color, either red or green, it might be difficult to identify if it's in advance or late. Therefore, we have added some arrow up or down to reinforce if this square is in advance or if it's late. If you want to remove those selections, simply remove them by using the filters, as you know how to do it. And if you want to come back to the automatic date range for the upcoming 6 months, you can use the automatic, and then we retrieve the same vision as we had before we started. So we do believe that this new way of analyzing your data will be a big help. We help you a lot to go deeper and quicker into the various dimensions which are usually cross and between each other, and will give you a new way to pilot and optimize your performance. Don't hesitate to call us if you need more information, if you need additional online training. Talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.